This is Michael Smith of MedPage Today. I'm here at ASTRO in Boston with Dr. Karen Hoffman of Harvard University. Dr. Hoffman is reporting that long-term cancer survivors actually have more severe stress in their lives than those who have never had cancer. Dr. Hoffman, how did you go about making this discovery?
So we studied over 4,500 long-term survivors of adult-onset cancer in the United States who participated in an in-person health interview. All of these individuals were diagnosed with cancer as adults, so diagnosed at age 18 or older, and all of them were long-term survivors, were at least 5 years out from their cancer diagnosis. We evaluated these patients to determine the number who reported serious psychological distress and compared this to adults who were never diagnosed with cancer who also took part in the in-person health interview.
And the cancer patients, the survivors, reported a higher level of stress in general. What were the relative proportions?
So we found that 1 in 18 long-term survivors reported serious psychological distress, and that the long-term survivors were almost twice as likely to report distress than those individuals never diagnosed with cancer.
Now, what sorts of distress is this? This is post-traumatic stress syndrome, or is it much weaker than that, or where are we here?
So we determined whether or not the patients were reporting serious psychological distress based on their answer to a series of 6 questions. These questions gauge how the individuals have been doing, but they don't actually provide a specific diagnosis.
I see. Is there a clinical implication? What should the caregivers for these people, what should they be doing?
Well, we hope that our study will raise awareness of the fact that long-term cancer survivors, those 5 years out from their cancer diagnosis, are at increased risk for experiencing a serious psychological distress. And we hope that providers who care for long-term cancer survivors will check in with their patients and see how they're doing with regard to their mental health.
I see. Well, thank you very much for your time, Dr. Hoffman.
Thank you very much.
I'm Michael Smith, MedPage Today.